Evening all, this is Patricia and I am traveling for history. In front of us is the state capitol building because I am in Montpelier, Vermont, the capital of Vermont. So this is a Greek Revival style building and it's the third one, and I've got stories about what happened to the first two. So the statue on the very top, and this is the best I can zoom in unfortunately, but certainly pinch when you're watching this on your phone, is Ceres, the Roman goddess of agriculture, since Vermont had been an agrarian state for a lot of years. I have some other facts about this place to share with you as well. Okay, so some facts about this building here. So, first of all, Montpelier is America's smallest town capital with a population of less than 8,000 people. So this 1859 Vermont State House is a gold-domed Greek Revival building with decorative and fine art collections. The elevation is 525 feet to the tip of Ceres' hair. Daytime population does grow to about 21,000 due to the large number of jobs within the city limits. It was named after Montpellier, a city in the south of France. So why? Why would there be why would they name it after a French city? Well, during the Revolutionary War, France was an ally. In fact, after the war ended, the Marquis de Lafayette came to Vermont, laid the cornerstone at Old Mill, which is a University of Vermont building. There will be a video coming up on that. The Marquis was all over Vermont, laying cornerstones and meeting with people. So there was a general love of France. Quote, "There was a general enthusiasm for things French as a result of the country's aid to the American colonies during the Revolutionary War," unquote. I think that was from Wikipedia. The capital was actually established in 1805, and it was established here in Montpelier. The idea was that Montpelier is centrally located in the state, and the powerful factions weren't actually in Montpelier, so it's a bit of a buffer zone for them. Now, let's talk about the first two state houses, shall we? The first one was actually on Court Street. This is State Street. I don't know if they changed the name or not, but it was on Court Street. So, but the one on the original one, the very first one, just got to be too small. It was in a cruciform shape. I love that word. What does that mean? Shaped like a cross, like a crucifix, cruciform. So when that got too small, Ammi B, a young architect from Lebanon, New Hampshire, was hired to design the second state house. I already talked about him at least once before. He designed the Timothy Follett House, also Greek Revival style. He was known for that style. So I'll leave a link in the description below for Timothy Follett's house. And I don't know if I said it or not in the Old Stone Store video, owned by Timothy Follett, and actually he had it built. But I think Ammi B. also designed that building too. I'll put a link to that video in the description below as well. But so the second one was designed in a Greek Revival style. Now they had to blow up rock in order to build on this site. The second one, land was donated by a wealthy farmer, and so as they were blowing through the rock, they really had no precautions in place. Unfortunately, a man was killed. One of the workers was killed during that, and other bit to that that's I find actually rather amusing is the rubble that they blew up flew to the first State House and reduced it to skeletal remains. Oh my. Oh, egads. So, this place was originally, the first building was lit by tallow candles. This one was lit by oil lamps. Apparently they'd set they would store the whale oil near the furnace. Yeah, that's a great idea, said no one in their right mind. But they did that. The building had no toilets, but it did have a portable sink, which they didn't use soap. Don't really understand that. And smaller rooms were heated with wood stoves. So, since this is the third incarnation, what happened to the second one? So glad you're wondering with me. Well, there was going to be a convention here, the second State House. So a worker was inside trying to heat the place up because this was January 6th. I think it was 1857. He had closed the vents to have more heat stay in the State House. But by doing that, the wood stove overheated and shot flames up through the floor grates. So the building's on fire. The townsfolk see this and come racing down to put it out. But did I mention no running water? So what did they do instead? Well, it was January. They grabbed chunks of ice and snow and, well, I suppose essentially threw snowballs on it. But, and that seemed to work for a while until it did not, and the place burned. So in 1859, this place was constructed here. Still in the Greek Revival style. And we know that, we can see, the Greek Revival style, you'll like this story too, I'm sure, because I know I did. The idea was to let others know that Vermont really believed in the democratic system that the Greeks put forth, since that is the cradle of democracy. So, yeah. So far, so good with this third incarnation of the state capitol building, but I just thought you'd enjoy those stories because I really enjoyed reading them, let me tell you. So, all right, as I head back up to Chittenden County, because this is in Washington County, you have a great evening, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye.